Subscribe for more.
I never thought betrayal would arrive quietly, like an ordinary Tuesday that refused to announce itself. My name is Callum Wright. I'm 38, married 9 years, steady job in logistics, predictable routines, clean conscience. I believe loyalty was a language everyone spoke fluently. My wife, Eleanor, used to say she admired that about me, that I was dependable in a world addicted to chaos. I believed her because I wanted to, because believing felt easier than doubting. Eleanor and I weren't perfect, but we were stable. We paid bills on time, planned holidays months ahead, hosted barbecues, laughed at the same shows. Intimacy slowed, sure, but nothing alarming. Life does that. What I didn't know was that while I was protecting our marriage from storms, someone else was walking through the unlocked door. That someone was my friend, Marcus Hale. We'd known each other since university. He stood beside me at my wedding. I was set to stand beside him at his in 6 weeks. I found out by accident. That's how these things usually surface, not with fireworks, but with a slip. Eleanor asked me to check something on her laptop while she showered. A message preview blinked open, careless and unguarded. Marcus's name, a sentence that didn't belong in a married woman's inbox. I didn't read everything. I didn't need to. My chest went hollow, like air leaving a punctured tire, slow but final. I confronted neither of them that night. I closed the laptop, finished the task, sat on the couch, and waited. When Eleanor came out, wrapped in a towel, humming, I watched her like a stranger. She talked about dinner plans. I nodded. Inside, something rearranged itself permanently. I slept beside her, eyes open, listening to the familiar rhythm of a life that had quietly expired. Over the next days, I learned more without asking questions. Patterns reveal themselves when you stop trusting explanations. Late errands, private smiles at texts, the absence of guilt. Marcus stopped returning my calls, then pretended nothing had changed. His wedding invitations arrived in the post, thick cardstock, gold lettering. My name was printed beneath his as best man. The irony didn't sting. It clarified. People think revenge is loud. It isn't. The best kind is orderly. I decided I wouldn't scream, accuse, or beg. I wouldn't blow up my own life to prove a point. I would let the truth sit where it belonged and let gravity handle the rest. Marcus deserved to enter his marriage carrying the full weight of who he was. His fiancée, Lillian Moore, deserved the truth before vows made ignorance permanent. I gathered evidence quietly. Dates, messages, hotel receipts tied to a joint account Marcus forgot I helped him set up years ago. I saved everything. I spoke to a solicitor, not to plot theatrics, but to understand my footing. Clarity is a powerful anesthetic. It dulls panic and sharpens resolve. The wedding rehearsal dinner approached. Eleanor assumed I'd attend, play my role, smile for photographs. She underestimated how quickly affection evaporates once respect is removed. I told her I had work. She didn't question it. Marcus texted a half apology that said nothing. I replied with a single word he once admired in me. Understood. The day before the wedding, I asked Lillian to meet me for coffee. She arrived cheerful, talking about seating charts and nerves. I let her finish. Then I slid my phone across the table. I didn't editorialize. I didn't insult. I let facts speak in their own unflattering voice. She read, color draining, composure dissolving into stillness. I said I was sorry this was happening to her. I meant it. I went home and packed a bag. Eleanor noticed. She asked questions framed as concern. I told her I knew. She didn't deny it. She cried, then blamed distance, then love, then confusion. I listened without interrupting. When she finished, I told her I was done. Not angry. Finished. The difference matters. The wedding did not happen. Lillian canceled it that night. Marcus called, furious, wounded, exposed. He accused me of sabotage. I told him consequences aren't sabotage. They're accounting. Then I blocked his number. Silence felt appropriate. I moved into a short-term flat near the river. I slept better than I had in months. Eleanor's messages slowed, then stopped. Lawyers spoke instead. Friends chose sides, which simplified my calendar. I learned something important in the aftermath. Betrayal thrives on secrecy, not strength. Once revealed, it collapses under its own weight. I didn't win anything. I reclaimed myself. I didn't need theatrics or cruelty. I needed alignment between what I knew and how I lived. Marcus lost a wedding. Eleanor lost a husband who trusted her. I lost illusions and gained clarity. That trade, painful as it was, turned out to be fair. Weeks passed. Paperwork replaced arguments. Assets divided with less drama than expected. Eleanor tried once more to explain herself, framing choices as mistakes made by lonely people. I didn't debate her framing. I told her I hoped she learned what honesty costs when it's delayed, then wished her well. I rebuilt small routines. Morning runs, cooking for one, calling my sister on Sundays. Friends who stayed didn't ask invasive questions. They watched me heal by action, not confession. At work, focus returned. Productivity followed. Respect tends to follow clarity like a shadow. Marcus faded from my world entirely. Lillian sent a brief message thanking me for telling her before vows hardened lies into contracts. Truth, delivered calmly, can be an act of mercy. Some nights were heavy, but alignment returned, and sleep followed without negotiation.